Hello kids, Shubha Mangalam. This is Hemalata at Little Scholar High School. Children, today we shall talk about something interesting topic and which is really a part of our life, we can say. Okay, that is about my neighborhood. Okay, the topic for the day is my neighborhood. Now, first thing, what do you mean by neighborhood, children? What is the meaning of neighborhood? Neighborhood means, see, we all live in a house, isn't it? We all have our own houses, we live in our own house, isn't it? So the family which is next to us, okay, the family which are next to us, either this side or that side, any side, see, all the directions, we are surrounded by some or the other family. Okay, that means what are they are our neighbors, they are our neighbors, isn't it? So the other families which are living beside us, okay, or front back, whatever it is, okay, they are our neighbors, so we call them as our neighbors, isn't it? So in my neighborhood topic, it is not only the families which are just staying nearby our houses, but it has many other things also. Okay, like it should have a hospital, a bank, a school and all. See, why? Because see, you are living in particular area. Okay, we all live in one particular area. So if you are living in one particular area, there should be all the facilities nearby us, isn't it? We should be able to go to school also, which is near to us. In emergency, we need an hospital, we need to rush to a doctor, isn't it? So you cannot just, it cannot be very far places. Okay, it should be in our surroundings, it should be in our localities, which it is where we can go out very easily, which takes less time to go, isn't it? See, if you are staying in some one particular area and you have to travel some 15-20 kilometers to go to a school, that means it you are wasting lot of time, and you can, by traveling only will take off lot of time, isn't it? And if you are staying in one area and hospital is also somewhere very far, it is very dangerous to a life, isn't it? That means in our neighborhood there should be all the facilities. Okay, all the facilities, like as a hospital or bank or school or post office, anything it can be. Okay, all should be in the very near to us, then it is easy for us to live. It is becomes like the life becomes easy if we have all these things in our surroundings. Okay, so we shall talk about that is my neighborhood. Okay, first of all, when we talk about my neighborhood, morning when you get up, children, the first thing what we require is tea or milk, isn't it, children? That means we should have the milk booth in the nearby area, in our nearby to our house, or there should be some person who delivers the milk at home, a milkmaid, isn't it? There should be a person who will come and give the milk to our house, isn't it? That means we should have in nearby area a milk booth, isn't it? Or any facilities, like a person can come and give us the milk, so that we can have our tea, coffee, or children like you need to drink a milk every day, isn't it? Your parents will have tea and coffee, but you have to drink the milk, isn't it? So to get that milk, you cannot travel very long distance, isn't it? It should be in our surroundings only. So that is the first thing. We should have a milk booth, or any person who will come to our home and give us the milk. Okay, that is the first thing. Then next thing, what we require, newspaper, isn't it, children? Yes, newspaper is very important. Sitting in a home only, we can get the news which is happening in our surroundings, in our country, in the world itself. Okay, and we get the news related to what is happening in the politics, which leader is doing what for the welfare of the people, how the ministers are working, how the CM is working, how the prime minister is working for the development of the country or state, isn't it? Then we will not only about politics, but we will also come to know about the uh, entertainment also, like which dance performance is going on, which stadium, or who is the famous dancer, what performance is given, like that. And we will also come to know about, like some sports events. Okay, which country is playing in which game, Like we can get the updates about the cricket, it can be volleyball, it can be tennis, it can be kabaddi, it can be coco, it can be, isn't it? So we will also have the information related to the sports also. Is it sitting in just at one place, just reading a newspaper? We can also come to know about the weather also, like how the day is going to be, whether it is going to be cloudy or whether it will rain or whether it will be sunny. So looking at the paper, we will also come to know about the weather also, isn't it? And nowadays it is also important to read the newspaper, because some educational topics are also given in the newspaper. Okay, some puzzles are given, some subject topics are given, whether it can be any language or Telugu, Hindi or English or science or social, anything, maths, anything it can be. So nowadays is separate column is there, separate paper is there for us to educate ourselves, to learn new things, new concepts about any particular subject also, isn't it? Then we can also come to know about the entertainment world, like which film is released, what are the actors doing, which film they are acting, like that, isn't it? So newspaper is very very important. So it not only in our country, but what is happening outside the country also, what is happening in the world also, what are the things which are taking place in one country, that also we will come to know when you read the newspaper. That means what it should be, we should have some person who will deliver the newspaper to our house, or there can be some shop nearby to our house where we can go and buy the newspaper, isn't it? So first thing is the, whenever we morning, what we require, children, we require milk, we require newspaper. So all this should be in our surroundings only. Okay, then when we are talking about this topic, we should also have one more important thing in our surroundings is an hospital. Yes, children, hospital. Why? Because you see, many families will be there in an area. Okay, there will be old people, there will be young people, there will be small children also. So sometime or the other time, what will happen, they may fall sick, isn't it? They may fall sick, they may get maybe fever, or it can be vomiting, it can be stomach pain, head pain, anything it can be. So when you have the health problem, you have to go to a hospital, you have to visit a doctor, isn't it? So when your house is somewhere here and you have to go to a very long distance to a hospital, means it is very time taking, the health may get more spoiled, isn't it? So hospital also should be in our surroundings only. Okay, so that anyone, if they are not feeling well, they can go to a hospital and they can get the treatment and they become well, isn't it? So hospital is also very important, which should be there in our surroundings. Okay, children. Then it comes the pharmacy. Now what do you understand by pharmacy? Pharmacy means the place where the medicines are sold. Okay, the place where medicines are sold, that is called as pharmacy. Okay, now for example, just now I said that if we go to a doctor when we are not well and all, then what will do, the doctor will prescribe the medicines. Okay, the doctor will prescribe the medicines. Then from where we will buy that medicine, we should go to a pharmacy, isn't it? So whatever the medicines we want, from where we will buy it from the pharmacy only, isn't it, children? So pharmacy is also a very essential and most important to be available in our surroundings. And few pharmacies, they are open in the night also, children. That means they will work 24 hours, day and night, because health problem can be at any time. It's not that health problem can occur only in the morning. Sometimes it happens in the night also, isn't it? Sometimes it happens in the night also. So there should be some medical medicines available to us, isn't it? Even in hospitals also, doctors will be there who are on night duty. Okay, so these hospitals or the pharmacy, they are also working day and night, so that people will get treated and there should not be any problem to the life of the people. So it is really very important to have the hospitals and the pharmacy in our surroundings. Okay children, if you get any small pain like that, without going to doctor also we can go to a pharmacy and take the medicine, isn't it? Then we will be all right. So this is about the pharmacy children. So we have discussed about the milkman, we have discussed about the newspaper, hospital and the pharmacy. Okay children, now we shall talk about a school. Yes, very important, isn't it children? School is also very important. See, your very small children or even grown up children also, they should not travel for very long distance to go to a school or college, isn't it? If the college or school is very far, time will go in traveling only, from this house to school, again from school to house, the time will go in traveling only. Then how you will get the time to study, isn't it? So there will not be more time for you to study, and you will get tired also, isn't it? So in our surroundings there should also be a school, so that it is very near to us, very easy to go and come back. Okay, and we get quality education, that is the school which gives a good education, that is also important, isn't it? So in our schools, whichever school we find which has good standards, we will join that school, isn't it children? So whenever you go to school children, remember that you will listen to the teacher very carefully, you will concentrate on all the subjects what teacher is teaching, and you will learn all the subjects perfectly, and you will become a good student. Okay, don't forget that. So what is the point here? In our neighborhood we should also have a school. Done children? Then after the school, one more important thing that we should have in our surroundings is bank children. What is that? Bank. Yes, bank is also very important children. See, few people will deposit the money in the bank. Deposit means see, all the money we cannot keep it at home, isn't it? We cannot keep all the money at home. Where we will keep? We will keep the money in the bank. We will keep the money in the bank. So whenever we want the money, or whenever we want to withdraw the money or take the money, that for example if you have any payments to be given, or if you have to purchase anything, you cannot keep everything at home, all the money at home. So you can go to bank and draw the money. It is our own money. Okay, so the bank will give us a bank account. So in that account only we will keep the money, and when we want to take the money from that account only, the banker will give us the money. From that we can purchase anything, isn't it? So bank is also very important, which should be there in our surroundings. Okay children, we have government banks also, we have private banks also. Like when we talk about the national banks, like most of the people, like it is SBI Bank, State Bank of India. Or if you talk about private banks, we have many banks like HDFC, ICICI, Axis Bank, all this. Okay, so these, we have different types of banks. So in any bank we can keep the money, and whenever we want we can withdraw the money from the bank and use it. Okay children, so bank should also be in our surroundings. The next is the supermarket. The next is the supermarket. Why the supermarket should be there in our surroundings children? Tell me. You, all of you know, you might have visited the supermarket also, isn't it? Yes, because see, the moment we get up in the morning, we have to brush our teeth. So we need a toothbrush, we need a toothpaste, we need a soap to bath, isn't it? So from where we get all these things? From a supermarket. We can directly go to a supermarket, everything will be displayed there, whatever items we want, whether it is a paste or soap or any dal or any grain or any vessel or any item, whatever you want from yours. Maybe it can be some biscuits or chocolates, or if you want a cup, a napkin, anything, whatever we require in our home, Okay, what all things we require in our home: shampoos, brush, dry fruits, or dal, pulses, napkins, anything, whatever we require in our daily life, it will be there in the supermarket. And we can just enter the supermarket, and whatever things we want, we can select, pay the bill, and get it to our home, isn't it? So to buy the things, to carry that heavy things, it is difficult to go to far off places and buy the things, isn't it? So if we have a supermarket in our locality only, in our area only, it is very easy to go there and buy the things. Don't you think so? Yes, yes. So supermarket also should be there in our surroundings. And at the same time, we should have the vegetable and fruit market also in our surroundings, children. See, every day we require the food, isn't it? You cannot live without the food. From food only we get the energy, isn't it? Food only gives us lot of energy, isn't it, children? So, in our surroundings, there should be also be a fruit market and a vegetable market only. Weekly once we can go to the market and buy all the required vegetables and fruits, whatever we want, and we can live for that week. Next week again, if vegetables and fruits are over, we can buy again for the next week, or whenever you want, or for 3 days, 2 days, whenever you want. If you have the time, we can go to the market and we can buy all the vegetables or all the fruits, the flowers, whatever we want, we can buy from the market, isn't it? So it should be also near in our surrounding, it should be near to our house. Okay, the next thing should be post office, children. Yes, the next thing is post office. Now, why post office is important? See, nowadays, of course, everyone has a mobile phone or laptops and all. We can talk to people, anything online. Also, we can transfer the money and all. But still, if you want to send any important papers or admission papers to any school or colleges, we need to send it through post only. For example, if you want an admission in very good college or very good school which is little far away, you want to study in some other state, maybe you want to study in a place which is far off from your home, so we need to apply for that. So we can send that admission forms or anything like that through the post office. And mostly in the villages, children, still in the villages, the post office is very important. Still the people who live in the villages do not have the facility of this internet, or do not have the facility of this Wi-Fi, laptops and mobile phones and all. So what they will do, they use most of the time the post office only. And if you want to send any money to the people who are living in a villages, okay, if you want to send any money to the people who are living in the villages, we can send the money through the money order, that is through post office only. So post office also should be near to our house. Okay, children. Then one more important thing, what that is, next point is, it is about the worship place. Like worship place in a colony, many people will live, few people follow the Hinduism, few people will follow the Christianity, few people will follow the Islam and all. So wherever we are, there should be one worship place also, like a temple, it can be a church, it can be a mosque, it can be, so that we can go there and offer our pray to the God, isn't it, children? So worship place is also very important, which should be in our surroundings. So we can, whether we go daily or whether we go weekly once or any time whenever you feel like, but there should be some worship place near to our house. Okay, children. Then the next thing we should have is the bus stop. Yes, the next thing what we should have is the bus stop. Why bus stop, children? See, bus stop is a place where many buses will come and buses will go. So if you want, for example, your auntie lives in some other place which is a little far away from your house, so you can travel in a bus and reach your aunt's house, isn't it, children? Isn't it? So many people go to work, they have offices in far off places. The uncles or fathers, some aunties and all, they work in different offices. So all these people can go to the bus stop, they can catch the bus there and go to their office, and again come back from the office to home by the bus, isn't it, children? So in bus stop also should be nearby. That means we can just walk for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It should be very near to us, okay, so that if you want to go to any far off places anytime, we can catch that particular bus and we can go to that place. So bus stop is also very important. And in one more important thing, what we should have in our neighborhood is police station. Okay, what is that? It is police station. Now, why do we require police station, children? Normally, what is the duty of a police? The police will control the law and order in the society, isn't it? It controls the law and order in the society. It means that there should be peace in the society. There should not be any fights. There should not be any quarrels in the society or in the people. So sometimes if anything wrong is happening, if anyone's unnecessarily comes and fights with you, or sometimes if any of the house any robbery is taking place, so we can give a complaint in the police station, isn't it, children? So police station also should be nearby to our house only. So all these things, what are this? The milk booth, the paper store, newspaper store, the hospital, the school, the pharmacy, supermarket, vegetable market, fruit market, post office, school, and this police station, school, bus stop, everything should be in our surroundings only, so that it is easy for us to live. So all these things give us comfort to live, isn't it, children? So if it becomes very difficult when all these things are not there in our surroundings, isn't it? It becomes very tiring. We will get tired if things have to if things are very far. For example, if you want to buy any vegetables or for a week or like that, if you have to go to some kilometers away from the home, how difficult it is. You'll get tired and by getting the vegetables and all, isn't it, children? So our neighborhood should have all the facilities, like we have all the facilities in our house. We have facility like we have separate room for kitchen, for cooking, we have separate room for studying, we have separate room for sleeping, that is our bedroom, and when all will sit together. And in dining room we have a living room where all our guests will come and sit. So we have comfort in our house, we have all the facilities in our house. In the same manner, we should also have the facilities in our colony, in our area, in our neighborhood, in our surroundings. Okay, if all the school, the post office, everything is there, then it is very easy for us to live, isn't it? We should also have a fire station also. Why? Because sometimes by mistake, if any fire accident is taking place, what we can do? We can just give a call to the fire station. The fire station people will come and they will stop the fire, isn't it? We should also have a tailor in our surroundings. If you want to get any dress stitched, if you want to get any dress stitched, then we should have tailor also in our surroundings, isn't it? So all the facilities should be there in our surroundings, then only our life can be easy and comfortable. Okay, children, so this is about the topic my neighborhood. I hope everyone is clear with the topic. So when we talk about our neighborhood or my neighborhood, you should see that you have the facilities in your surroundings. Otherwise, sometimes what happens, it becomes very difficult to live. To get one tablet, if you have to go to lot kilometers and kilometers, means you will become sick, isn't it? So wherever you are settling down, whatever the area you may settle down, see that all the facilities are there in our surroundings. So that is called as our neighborhood. Okay, that is called as neighborhood. Not only the families which are living in our surroundings, but all these things what I have discussed, hospital, pharmacy, bank, post office, everything, all these things also should be there in our surroundings. Okay, children, thank you.